Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. I want to send double honor to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. Peace, love, and safety is to the hopeful elect document out there. A hearty shalom to the few sincere women that subscribe to the true doctrine of Yahweh Shai Shai. And also want to give salutes and honors to the confusion of faith, which are you Israelites that look like these heathen nations, but are in fact an Hebrew Israelite by the seed of your father. All right, this is the brother you call a month with the Great Millstone, Nebraska camp, coming back with another lesson. And Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Somehow I was just meditating upon, we're seeing everything going on in the world, man. And the men that are laboring, hitting the highways and the hedges, you beloved brothers that sincerely kept the Passover, that just passed us sincerely keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and just being a morally upright individual year round in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai. We know that these are times it's not gonna be like I said, such as is common to man. Which that was really referring to the different troubles, different things, hurdles we may have to go through in life or will have to go through in life. But, we're not going to be exempt from the times that are coming either. Okay, well, let me correct that. What will exempt the hopeful elect is our faith, all right? Our faith and our works, which I want to start with that in the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and 6, because not everyone's going to be given that favor in that time. A lot of our people are going to be destroyed, man. 2/3 of the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans are going to be destroyed. Why? Because they refuse to turn unto the Heavenly Father. Okay. We even have family members. We have family members that are not going to make it. So maybe one of your cool ass cousins, your favorite auntie, your last, your only grandparent, may still be, be lucky enough to stick around. A lot of these people are going to be destroyed. Okay, and this is why we are to continue to labor and to keep our mind stayed upon Yahweh Shai, knowing that these things must happen. Okay. Let me get this scripture. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 6. Matter of fact, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and I'll start at verse. I'm gonna start at the top, man. It's really hard to just jump into this chapter. I'm gonna kind of breeze through it, and the point I want to get is in verse 7. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself." Okay, and how are we measuring the times right now? Through the scriptures. Okay, one of the measuring sticks that we have, we can go into the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Okay, where it runs down what's going to be happening in the last times. Okay, advise brothers and you newer brothers that may not have came across that, and you sisters that are sincere, go ahead and read that Matthew 24th chapter, because it speaks heavily upon the prophecies that are coming to pass and that are to come to pass. Okay, earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars, uprisings of the people. Okay, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilences. Okay, so on and so forth. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, and he's visiting this world right now. I was talking to one of the brothers, and it's like every morning you wake up, someone, the Most High, is taking somebody out of the earth. Okay, now a lot of it has been celebrities or maybe TikTokers or YouTubers or whatever. But every day, the Most High says in the scriptures, the Most High causes his judgment to pass. Roughly paraphrasing. I think it says he bringeth his judgment to light. Right? see. Yep, this is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, "The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame." So that's just on a small level, right? When the Most High brings, when He takes out an individual, like take one or two individuals, at least that's what's reported every single day, right? That's nothing compared to what it says in the book of Isaiah, where it says that the slain of the Lord will be many, okay? Because the Lord is going to be the one bringing this judgment, all right? You may think it's Esau, you may think it's the rulers of this world, which they play a minuscule important role, but overall, it's Yahweh Shema Shai's judgment, okay? So let's get back into the second Ezra 9 and verse 3 says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. There was no kingdom upon this earth. There's no rulership upon this earth that didn't come to an end, one way or another. Okay, you had the Roman Empire, you had the Greek Empire, you had the Persian Empire. Okay, you had the Babylonian Empire. And now you got this wicked kingdom here, Babylon the Great. This kingdom's not going to last forever. Okay. And one thing that people fail to realize, what they will repeat, is that history repeats itself, and history is about to repeat itself. Okay. America, Babylon the Great, is playing out a lot of the same actions, and taking on some of the same customs that these prior kingdoms had. This is why we say that Babylon, America, is all these kingdoms rolled up into one. All right. So it says, verse 6, and this is getting to the point. It says, "Even so, the times of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs." And the Most High is about to show us something very, very heavy here in the next coming couple of weeks. Okay, going on April the 8th? We're going to have this eclipse. Right, this is going to be a major sign, man. Right, and there's a clip that I seen, and I have to go and check it out again. But a brother had posted, with the Simpsons pretty much going over this. We know that the Simpsons, they're always they're always posting something before it happens. Okay, doesn't make them prophets, just them putting it out there, because we truly believe, I'm truly convinced that Esau is orchestrating a lot of this shit. Okay, the eclipse. The eclipse is all Yahweh Shema Shai, but like some of these attacks and certain things that you may see with the president, or certain events that that happen. The Simpsons usually put it up on there, but they spoke about the eclipse. Okay, not sure if it was a fan-made clip or an actual scene, but they were talking about the eclipse and exactly the same thing they're saying in the news. That you're going to see animalistic behavior from individuals, that you should go and stock up for stock up at least 2 weeks worth of food. Kids are there's not going to be school in certain parts of the world. Certain parts of the states. Okay, and this is ultimately it's going to be a great sign. All right, it's going to be a great sign, and Lord willing, something big does happen. If it doesn't, it is what it is. We do know that Yahweh Shema Shai is coming, but nonetheless, within praying that something happens, praying that we're protected, man. All right, praying that we have favor in Yahweh Shema Shai to be protected from the evils to come. All right, because Yahweh Shai said it. He said, roughly paraphrasing in the gospel, he said that take them not out of the world, but preserve them from the evil, preserve them from hurt. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so those of us that are favored in Yahweh Shema Shai, the elect. They will receive that protection. Okay, so this is the point that I want to get in 2 Ezra 9 and 7. It says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." Right, so that's what's going to preserve men in the last days, is what? Their faith and their works, right? Believing that Yahweh Shema Shai is the Messiah, okay? Believing that the prophecies as it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, believing that these words written in paper are faithful and true. Okay, these are the individuals, and you can't fake the funk. Okay, because the Most High, it says in the Apocrypha as well that the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. Okay, so the Most High knows an individual that's faking, right? And He's not going to preserve fakers, hypocrites, right? So let's move on. All right, 1 John. I don't think I finished this. No, I think I started. This is 1 John chapter 5 and verse 4, right? It says, for whatsoever is born of Yahweh overcometh the world. Okay? And this is the victory. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. And it mentions faith again, because faith is very, very much important. Okay? But, the works do matter. You can read that in the book of James, where it says faith without works is dead, being alone. Okay, but that faith is very important. And that is a whole chapter in the book of Hebrews dedicated to different individuals and how they with their faith, just really believing in Yahweh Shema Shai, because it says at the top of that chapter that faith is the evidence of things hoped, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, so believing in something that you can't see. This is why 2/3 of our people and a lot of these individuals in the world do not believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. And I found this clip that Lord willing, I put up after this video, where there's a guy, he was walking around just asking a bunch of individuals, which a lot of them on the, if I'm going off of face value, they look like Edomites. And he said, hey, do you believe in God or do you believe in Jesus? One of the two, he said. And, you had a lot of them that either just fanned him off or said no. Okay? But, that's the same spirit. Really, ultimately, like it says in Psalms, that's Esau's spirit. He don't believe that there's a power anyway. But it goes, when you go into the book of St. John 8:44, where it says the year of your father the devil, you have Israelites by the seed that don't believe in Yahweh Shema Shai by their works. It says that they indeed they deny me, roughly paraphrasing. Their lips draw nigh to me, but in word and deed they deny me. Okay, so let's move on. So I got a couple more precepts I want to get into. All right, this is yep. So and I know Salakia, what I should have mentioned at the very beginning, pretty much the topic was what will preserve us, what will give us the victory in the last time. Okay, and ultimately it's going to be Yahweh Shema Shai. But right now, in this day and age, in this current time, we are to work, we are to labor, we are to believe. Okay, we are to stand strong in this faith, retain our integrity. Okay, not turn our hand from the plow, not make merchandise at the Lord's church. Okay, as you see that the Sakari is doing, as you see that Nate over the IUIC is doing, we're not supposed to do things of that nature. Okay, those things, these type of men, and this video is not about them, but the type of action, the type of conversation that they're carrying and they're displaying, not only is it going to get them destroyed if they don't repent, but it's going to get their followers destroyed. Okay, because these are two individuals that know better, especially Nate. You know better, man. And if you don't turn away from that bullshit, which in my spirit I don't think he's going to turn away from what he's doing. But hey, I'm not the Lord, right? But in my mind, he's not turning back from what he's doing. He's going to continue to be a money hungry deceiver. That's it, right? So let's get this precept here. The book of Psalms chapter 9. Psalms chapter 9 and because matter of fact, let me get this precept since I quoted it. I'll bring it up here on Safari. right, this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. He says, there is no temptation taking you but such as common to man. But the Most High Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. So as previously stated, this is talking about the trials and tribulations that we deal with as human beings. Catching a flat tire, wife possibly committing adultery, right? Losing your job, so on and so forth. These things we're not exempt from these type of things, but on another scale, we're not exempt from the things that are to come, because you can never fail to mention the MOTB, spoken of in Revelation 13th chapter, okay, because it tells us that that's going to be a great temptation that shall come upon all the world as well, okay? And these are just the times that we're living in, man. So those of us that are sincere in Yahweh Shem Shai, we gotta maintain our faith, man. Okay, that's what's gonna preserve us, our faith and our works. Now, this is another. I just thought of this. All right, because it tells us perfect love. Just type that in. Right, and actually a chapter. Well, it was a chapter off. So it's 1 John chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 17. Okay, it said, "Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment." Right, and what is that love? That love is the keeping of the laws, the statutes, and commandments to your best abilities. Okay, in this wicked kingdom, you can't keep all the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, but you can keep them to your best abilities. Right, it says, "But herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment." I'm going to get this word boldness. All right. So when you get this word boldness, come on, there we go. So you get this word boldness, and it goes into Strong's G. Let's see, Salakia. Strong's G 3954. Let's play it.
Strong's G 3954.
Parasia, right? Which says freedom in speaking, unreservedness in speech, openly, frankly, i.e., without concealment, without ambiguity or circumlocution. Which I'm not sure what circumlocution is. Circumlocution is the use of many words, where fewer would do, especially in a deliberate attempt to be vague or evasive. Okay, so let's see. Essentially, what this is going into is, we're not going to be afraid to, hey, just as was that Peter when they were locked in the cell? What did they boldly do once they released out of prison? They boldly spoke in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, which they were told not to speak in again. After being threatened, okay? So we're going to have boldness. We're not going to be afraid of what the enemy can do unto us. We're not going to be afraid of the fear tactics that Esau puts out there, okay, to try to discourage us from speaking a word. No, we're going to speak this word truthfully, faithfully, and we're going to speak it with boldness. And it says that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. All right, then shall the righteous man stand with great boldness in the face of such as have afflicted him, okay? So we're not going to be scared to speak the truth, man. And this is why we have, and this is who, being Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, this is who gives us the freedom of speech, truly. Okay? This is the one who ordained us to go out in the corners and speak. All right? So we're not, who are we to fear, man or Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai? We made our decision. We fear Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So let's get back to the precept, and then yeah, here we go. So reading on verse it's 1 John 4 and verse 18. It says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear." Why? Why is that? Because right now we're not perfect. But why is it saying perfect love casteth out fear? Because if our heart and our mind and all of our eggs is in the basket of Yahweh Shem Shai, We ain't worried about nothing, man. Right? We're not. That don't mean we're gonna go out here reckless, just talking crazy to people, just doing wild ass shit. Nah. But we ain't gonna be scared to speak the truth. We ain't gonna be scared to walk, have our conversation upright. How about Shemal Shai? No matter how weird we may look to the world, no matter how crazy, how stupid, how deranged, so on and so forth we may look to the world. So what? Okay, that's not what we're worried about. As long as we're doing what Yahweh Shemal Shai said to do, what else we need to worry about, man? It says that there's no love in fear, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love, right? Which ultimately, when it says, because fear hath torment, he that feareth is not made perfect in Yahweh Shemal Shai, meaning your faith needs to be increased. Your faith is not, you don't have enough faith to believe that, okay, this is the way to go, no matter what may happen to me. This is the thing to say, no matter what may happen to me. Okay, you're not worried about the consequences that Esau may bring. Okay, all you're worried about is what Yahweh Shemal Shai said to do. And you had, that's going back to Hebrews, the 11th chapter. You had these different men put in particular situations and, speak with Abram at the time, okay, to sacrifice your son, which his son at the time, his son was Isaac, okay, to sacrifice your only begotten son, your chosen son, without question. That's a great deal of faith. Okay, which it wasn't his only son, but that was the chosen. And he didn't question Yahweh Shemal Shai. He didn't say, "Oh man, I gotta," It wasn't grievous unto him, But he did what he was supposed to do, in going with an attempted sacrifice of his son. And the angel came and gave him a calf, man, not a calf. Pretty much gave him meat to sacrifice. I forget exactly what it was. It's a lock on my end. But that showed a great deal of faith, man. Okay, and I believe he wasn't even circumcised, man. Which according to the law, you had to be circumcised. But his faith was so exceeding great in Yahweh Shemal Shai. The Most High saw him as an upright man, and what? He was preserved him, man. He preserved him, him being Isaac, It's a lock here. But it says, he that feareth is not made perfect in love, So, one thing that the elder brother here pushes a lot is, if you're not able to deal with the little things now, how are you going to be able to deal with the great? You're not going to be able to just jump into a mode that you've never been studied in, never been rehearsing, okay? For trusting in the word wholeheartedly without a question, believing in brothers, elder brothers especially that give you counsel and give you advice, okay? How you going to learn how to be charitable? How you going to learn to be a righteous man if you haven't been rehearsing it sincerely? Because there are times that are really coming, right? These terrible times are coming, man. Right? So let me get this Psalms 9 and verse 10. Very good verse, very good chapter. Okay, there we go. There you go, Satan. It says Psalms chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, but the Lord Yahweh shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment. Yahweh Shemal Shai hath prepared his throne for judgment. As I said earlier in the video, that the judgment that's coming is from Yahweh Shemal Shai. It says, and he shall judge the world in righteousness. Right? So all these people you're seeing death happen on a mass scale. You're seeing people getting killed left and right. Right? You see disasters. You see so-called acts of what they call it, Mother Nature, which is not Mother Nature, it's Father Nature. Right? You see tsunamis and you see tornadoes, you see earthquakes, you see these different type of things. Well, guess what? That's the Lord judging, man. And it says he shall judge the world in righteousness. Okay? The Most High right now, what is he doing? He's making time. He made time for his men to gird up their loins, to build up their knowledge, to build up their faith, to see the times coming, to know what to do to evade these times. Okay, and also while he's doing that, he has Esau, Edom, the rulers that be, and the rest of these worldly individuals. He's building up a rap sheet on them to judge them greatly. He gave every man a chance. Every Israelite, I'm going to say that, he gave every Israelite a chance to repent. Okay, now that window of repentance is slowly starting to close. Okay, because the Most High is about to start judging cats on a mass scale, right? And us that are in this ministry, we should be fearful of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We're seeing the things that He's done to people. You know, seeing the things that He will do to people. This is why the nations were in so much fear. Okay, when they heard of the things that Israel, when they heard of the things that Yahweh Shemel Shai did for the nation of Israel, taking down mighty kings, splitting the seas, okay, causing the sun not to go down for I believe it was 3 days. Okay, things of that nature. This is the same power that we're serving in this day and age, man. And the same things that when we see these accounts, as it says in Romans 15:4, they were written for our learning. We see these examples of what Yahweh Shemel Shai did to individuals, and it puts us in fear of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, especially knowing that He is no respecter of persons. So if we're not doing the right thing, then we're calling upon His name, we're not going to be saved. Our works and our deed and our conversation had to match up. Okay. Let's finish this precept here. This is verse 8. It says, "And He shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord Yahweh will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble." And that oppresses Israel, but within there you have the elect. Okay, you have the elect of the nation of Israel. They're going to be preserved from judgment. It says they're going to be refuged in the times of trouble. Okay, and this is the point that I wanted to get. "And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee." And that's an important factor too, to know the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai, to call upon the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, which His name is Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, whom this world ignorantly calls God. Bahashem, meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the names we don't trust in. As it says in in the book of Acts, I believe, 4:12. "There's none under the name of the heaven whereby we must be saved." Okay? So it's this we have to call upon that name. So Nate should be ashamed. You should be ashamed saying that we don't have the name of the Lord and that we're going to receive it in the kingdom. You should be ashamed of the things that you're teaching, man. You know, especially coming from where you're coming from with our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, right? You run the One West with them. You know, you believe at a point, for the most part, according to the epistles of the elders and apostles, because I wasn't there, according to the epistles of the elders and apostles, at the point in time, you believed in, what they believed in, okay? But here it is in this day and age, you got a little, Esau slid you a little contract, and telling you what to say, what not to say, and how much money you can make. And you took the bait, man. Let's read on. It says, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, O Lord Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. And we have to seek Yahweh Shemel Shai daily. Okay, this is not something that we could just use wordplay, because the Most High know who you are. You know when you're getting excited just for a moment because something felt good in the spirit, opposed to adding the action behind it. Okay, the Most High knows, right? So let me get. I think that's the point is pretty much made, because another precept that I had was in the book of Matthew, where it speaks on, if the Lord finds you so doing, who is that faithful servant whom the Most High made ruler of his house, and when he comes and finds so doing, okay, and what is that finding so doing? That's doing the work. That's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to your best ability. That's keeping the faith. All right. So hey, I'm going to end it there, but that's what's going to preserve us in the last times. Those of us that are of the hopeful elect, what's going to preserve us in those last times is our faith and our works. Okay, and that faith, it can't be wavering. Matter of fact, let's see if I can get that. Yahweh Shai. It says, this is James chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and shall be given him. But let him ask in faith. Call Allah Yahweh Shai. Let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. Right? For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So our faith can't be wavering. When we asking something from Yahweh Shai, when we're doing the work, Yahweh Shai, our faith can't be wavering. Okay? Because if our faith is wavering, that means what? We on the fence. We lukewarm. Okay? And the Most High don't deal with lukewarm if you read in the book of Revelation 3 and 15. Right? So, that's going to conclude the lesson. The point was made. Let's keep the faith, man. And pray that Yahweh Shai, preserves us, those of us that are calling upon his name faithfully and truthfully. May Yahweh Shai, may we be favored in his eyes. Right? So with that being said, to the next video, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honor to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, love, and safety is to the elect. Shalom.